Why, hello there. I almost didn't see you. Don't worry, I know what you want. You want this, don't you? Well, guess what? You can't have it. But I'm gonna tell you about it anyways. Alright, sorry about that weird intro. I just wanted to try to be funny, which is usually a mistake. But anyway, as you can see, I'm not exactly in my normal setting. Well, that's because I'm in New York City. Well, around New York City for this hotel room's sake, but nevertheless, I'm in the city. What am I doing in the city? Well, I'm here because I saw a very, very awesome film, and that is Shin Godzilla, of course. No, it's Shin Ultraman, and you know because you read the title. And yes, this is going to be the spoiler-free review. I gotta remind myself of that. But anyway, before I talk about the movie, just a quick heads up: I'm going in with no notes. I literally came back about the hotel room about an hour ago, less than an hour ago. So yeah, I'm pretty much just coming back from watching the movie, so I didn't write any notes or anything. And also, sorry if you hear any AC or traffic. Yeah, this isn't exactly the most soundproof room, and it's pretty echoey, as you can probably tell. But yeah, real quick, again, the little disclaimers right here, so it's not going to be up to even my subpar quality. It's going to be more of a below average, very below average quality video. But I really wanted to get my thoughts out to you all real quick. And also, yes, don't you love this shirt? I know I love it. And also, I got this really cool hat. So cool. But I didn't get those at the movie. However, at the premiere in the US premiere in New York Asian Film Festival, they gave us these, posters telling us about Ultraman Connection, which is really cool. And by the way, if you are watching this and haven't gone to Ultraman Connection, I recommend you do so. They got free videos, and also they got live streams going on pretty much every month with like awesome events that usually end with like a stage show. So that's cool. And the other thing that we got is this Shin Ultraman postcard. It's a little glossy. I don't know if my camera's gonna be in focus for it, but yeah, it's pretty glossy and reflective, and of course, it shows off the best picture of Ultraman right here. It's very good. And on the back, basic postcard stuff. Well, anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. You're done hearing about the boring stuff. You're here for the movie. And I understand that. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's really going to be tough for me to talk about this movie without spoiling anything. That's like the tricky part about this movie. It's just there's a lot to it, and I'm also afraid that I could say the wrong thing. Like I can accidentally say something that will mean that to spoilers. So the spoiler-free review is probably going to be short. But anyway, my thoughts right off the bat is that the movie is awesome. I love it. I don't know if I love it as much as Shin, or I love it more, or if I love it less. I've only seen it once, so I'll have to watch it a couple more times to kind of really grasp of how I feel about the movie. But first impressions, right off the bat, I love it. The action's really solid. Some of the CG is rough along the edges, but that's fine. I'm not really there for the CG as long as the action, cinematography, if everything else is great, then CG can get a pass with some of the action scenes. It's not structured in a normal movie, and I'm not going to really go into detail why. Just it does have somewhat of a third, 3 act structure, but not really. A little it's a little unique. I'll say that. Uh, there is some fan service that I didn't really care for. It's nothing major. No, Ultraman's still like a family friendly property, so don't think we're gonna see you know Ultraman's but yeah, it's mostly referring to one of the female characters in the Science Patrol, and I apologize. I am not going to say any of their names uh, because I'm just horrible with names, honestly, if I don't have the names memorized. But it's the main female lead. She has a lot of like fan servicey scenes that they didn't hurt the movie, and they weren't too extreme. In fact, they are really like this fan service could have been a lot worse. But there's just some moments where I felt off, but not enough for it to really damage my perception of the movie. It was like a little weird. Huh, that's weird. And also, again, it's not even worse for Anno. I mean, look at Evangelion. Like, and I'm not just talking about Neon Genesis. Like, look at the rebuilds. It's not as bad as that, but it just some moments felt off. And I guess in the middle, I guess I could have wished there was more time put into it to sort of develop some of the character relationships. With the main character and the defense team. Um, Not gonna explain why in the middle because again, it's the spoiler-free review. But yeah, I just felt like maybe the development between some of like the team dynamic development it could have used a bit more, and I don't think there need to be anything else cut from the movie, but rather just add more time to the movie. But yeah, I know I went into negatives, but I figured to get that out of the way. But let me tell you, if you're an Ultraman fan, you're gonna love this. It is really like the biggest strength to this movie is that it really knows knows how to capture the heart of what Ultraman's supposed to be. Just Ultraman is supposed to be representation of hope. Ultraman is supposed to be a teacher. I think I talked about this before, or I'm going to talk about this. I record videos ahead of time. This is probably going to be one of the more like close to release I'm gonna get. And also don't expect too many movie reviews like this. I honestly like movie reviews. I'll try to tend to stick with like general movie reviews. I mean, I'm just gonna take. I think I was out of focus. Sorry, but anyway, I'm gonna try to stick those into John versus film. So, but anyway, because Shin Ultraman is out, I wanted to get them out, get this out really quick. Well, I shouldn't say it's out. It's more so it just premiered and I want to talk about it. And of course, YouTube algorithm, it is going to help me a lot. Yeah, so that's a little weird sidetrack, but yeah, generally a lot of these movie reviews like this style I don't plan on doing because I want to focus on more specific analytical stuff. But yeah, also this video is not going to be edited. It is going to act like sort of a crossover between, John versus film and Henshin John. So crossover episode, woo! uh, but yeah, so again, fan of Ultraman, you're gonna love this. I love the action. I thought it's it had the action nicely even, and there was a lot of it. A lot of it. In fact, the movie is very fast paced. Like, it doesn't really slow down a lot. Like, there's very very little moments where it does slow down, but it is very much a fast-paced movie. I you know, I really love Ultraman's character. I love the story that they were telling. I love the non. I love the Ultraman fan servicey bits. Like the nerdy stuff, not the that fan service. But like just some references, callbacks to the series, stuff like that. I love seeing that, and it's no surprise considering that both Higuchi-san and Anno-san are big fans of the Ultraman series. Shinji Higuchi, he did a fantastic job directing this movie, and you know, Anno, this is typical Anno writing right here. So yeah, um, what else can I say without spoiling it? I don't know. Shoot. Um, Honestly, that's all I got for the non-spoiler review. Because again, I really want to try to not spoil this as much as I can because I know a lot of people didn't get to go out to New York or Montreal or Switzerland Film Festival, to go see Shin Ultraman, and Shin Ultraman doesn't have a wider release, so I am being vague as much as I can. Hopefully I didn't spoil anything for you if you did see the movies or, you know, you just don't care about spoilers. Make sure to watch my spoiler review. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care and shoo watch.